the iMAXX podcast.
Oh no,
Or were you?
I'm gonna say authentic.
So, all right, that sounds good. So,
You know what I'm
so no edits on this episode. I can't mess up.
saying? He said no edits on it.
But yeah, if you want to play that song or something, that's
Just get on the first 30 of it.
first. Don't do the whole thing. We can't show the whole song yet.
Yeah. But I know a lot of people like been telling me like they like this song. It was crazy. I didn't even really like. I liked it, but because it wasn't done like by my engineer, I did it in my own studio. I was like, but so many people been get along with myself. Yeah, I'm like, I know what I'm saying because I'm never gonna put a song and say some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all my shit is personal.
I get high as mercury, I don't wanna calm down. I get sober, I feel fucked, I feel drunk right now. I was fucking with the brown, I fuck with the white now. Life handed me my position and I played that shit out. Life, I will best it in life. I'm so invested. Give me the power, I beg of you. Give me the
All right, we are now coming live here on the iMAXX podcast for episode number 8, and today's guest is H.B.K, also known as the Heartbroken King.
Heartbroken King for sure.
How's it going today?
I'm decent, bro.
And that was his newest song coming out in about 2 weeks. 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks.
About 3 weeks, and it's called Life. So you have to go check that out.
Life.
So we'll just kind of pop right into it. So kind of tell me how that song came to be right there.
Like I say, bro, in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? I just be in my room and I get high, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things that happen in my life, a lot of things transpired, you know what I'm saying? I always been like an emotional creature. And since I've been younger, you know what I'm saying? My brothers, they hard, they like iron, they tough. You know what I'm saying? I always been the more emotional rate, you know what I'm saying? I'm up, I'm down, all that. So it's like, I'm just high in the room and I'm just thinking like, damn, life is such a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, like I said, a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, go do what we do throughout the day, everything, you know what I'm saying? But is anybody truly happy? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things like, yeah, you might have some happy moments, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of life current things that we have no control of that's going to forever kill happiness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with me just saying that, you know what I'm saying? Because I started off being like a damn party kid. I used to like party, getting high, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like I said, life revealed it all to me. This ain't that.
There's always a cost associated with it for sure.
For sure, so.
And I know we were talking off camera right before we started, like how your music is authentic, real.
Yeah, it's real personal, bro.
So all your songs, all your music, you try to stay authentic in those?
I mean, it ain't even like I try. Like I said, it's something that like when I was younger, I would say, for instance, I was actually trying it. Like you say with the freestyle stuff, I was, you know what I'm saying? But then like now it's just became like an outlet. Once I actually graduated and learned how life is, at least for me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I then was more like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Even with like money, you know what I'm saying? Any of that, this ain't it. I wasn't happy about it, you know what I'm saying? I was telling my son, Mama, I'm not happy about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Never been proud of any of it. But once I did the song, like I said, I had so much family I'm showing and stuff like that. And they like, dang, this a hit. You know what I'm saying? There, I can show you that too. That's called Real Me. My first song. That's big difference from the music I make now. Because I was in a whole different mindset then. You know what I'm saying? They was like, this a hit. Like, dang, okay. I never pushed it. Never promoted, no, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was already too deep in on what I was in on. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to put time into this. I wasn't thinking like, okay, I was thinking too busy and now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of later. And now I got a son, so now I think for later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to build a foundation and things.
Yeah, I've noticed on your social medias lately, you're doing a lot of reels. It looks like you're putting that work in for sure.
My
on
first
your
time,
music.
bro. My first time.
How long have you been making music for?
Altogether, really? Like 7 years since I was like 20, 21. really, you know what I'm saying? But
And you just started doing like the reels and everything.
I just started taking it serious. I've been a closet rapper.
Did you just
for all
have
these years.
you said you started doing that for your son. Did you just have a baby?
No. My son's 7 years old now.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm saying when I realized, like, okay, I got family that's, you know what I'm saying, in the penitentiary, gone, you know what I'm saying? So I've been knew, like, what prison was. When I was 12 years old, my brother got stripped from my family. You know what I'm saying? On some whole other thing. I'll let him talk about that on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always been like, okay, I've been aware of the law type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, I know every dog has his days.
Oh, for sure. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, kind of going back to what you were talking about earlier. I was just driving around work today and was thinking about just what really matters in life, and what, like, chasing after success, chasing after money. Like I was even thinking about, why am I doing this podcast? Why am I making the music I make? And I don't know. It's like you were talking about. I like to make the music I like, for more like therapy, for an outlet. It's always kind of been there, and it's just, I don't know. There's a lot of depth to that.
Like I say, bro, like, I really used to be on something like, you know what I'm saying? I used to think everybody damn hey, or somebody smile, you know what I'm saying? I didn't always think this way, but I started thinking, like, it's really like, one of those, like, little pass by fake hey, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean much. Now, like I said, I'm understanding life, you know what I'm saying? And my main thing about all this shit is, I want to reach people who dealing with mental every day. Because, like I said, ain't nobody happy, you know what I'm saying? You might have a happy moment, you know what I'm saying? You might enjoy your little things, but ain't none of us truly happy.
And I don't think, and I've thought a lot about just like the state of happiness, and I feel like if you're just searching after
it's a
happiness,
short window.
It's a very short window. It's not a permanent state of mind, and if that's what you're searching for, you're never really gonna.
And I'm knowing now, like, truly, and I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm knowing now that, like, okay, I'm never gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? But I look at my son and I'm like, damn, little dude giggly, like running around, think everything a game, remind me of me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's always nice to go home and after like a stressful day of work, and just see your kids smile, and like all the stress and all the worry and all the stuff you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis out in the world, you can go home, and then just that smile from your child like lights you up and fills your cup back up to keep pushing and give you something to keep going for.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, he my daily reminder to, like, you got to do this. You know what I'm saying? You can't crash out. Like I said, I just started this, bro. Like, I've been doing music for 7 years. No lie. But in the closet. I never been promoting it and putting myself out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I truly didn't know shit if I was good enough.
Yeah.
Really. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, shit, it's some reason I'm able to do this.
And I always feel like there's a reason why, like you saying you've been doing it for 7 years. I've been putting stuff out, I guess, close to 8-9 years now. And I don't know why, but I keep pushing it out. So I know there's something out there. I might only get like 100 people to listen to it. Some songs have 40 views, some have a couple thousand. But like, I like to think that it's helping somebody somewhere. And if it's not helping anybody else, I like to go back, especially on like my lower days, and listen to some of the songs, because they talk to you differently and different when you have different mindsets and you have different peaks and valleys. Like, it's always a place for me to go back to
For sure. I cried on my music, bro.
Yeah.
I cried to it. Like, when it's all said and done, it's complete. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I really let that shit out.
I had a song, and it's definitely not a hit. It's called Wake Up, and I dropped it probably like 2023, so 2 years ago. But it's not very poppy. It's more of a really chill song, and it's really a very deep song, kind of talking about trying to tell myself to wake up. And
that's crazy you say that. Yeah. I just made a song called Wake Up.
One morning, I went outside, and I was just sitting on my porch looking off into the trees, and it was early. It was like 5:36. It was like first thing in the morning, and I don't normally wake up too early, but I got up early that day and went outside, turned that song on, and it just kind of spoke to me that day. And I don't know, that's my favorite part, I guess, about music, is how it just hits you differently here or there.
Did
and even
you promote
other people's. That one I didn't really. It wasn't a song I really like. I put it out there if people want to hear it, but I didn't really.
That was the problem with it. Yeah, like I said, you didn't push it. You gotta think if it gave you that emotion. It's 8 billion people in this world.
I want to remix and master it, since I've learned that a little better since then. But
Oh,
it was kind of
you record your own?
yeah, I know.
Oh shit.
So I guess we can jump into that. I was wanting to get into this. Lately, so since Shameful, shout out Shameful.
Yeah, shout
Chandler
out, bro,
Dane.
for sure.
He actually recommended you to come on the podcast too, and then you hit me up like
For sure.
y'all both hit me up like right at the same
We in
time.
sync. We in sync. We in
So,
sync. We in sync. You know that.
But shout out to him. Me and him, we did a rap roulette, and he taught me a lot. Just like, and I love collaboration. That's one reason why I like doing the podcast, because you get to learn how other people are doing stuff. And I thought I was mixing pretty decent, and my stuff was sounding good. But then me and him got together, and we've been working on some stuff. So hopefully y'all see that come out soon.
Yeah, shout out
But,
to Shameful again.
But
sure.
he taught me a lot just in a couple sessions in the studio about mixing, mastering, making sure you're recording your vocals at the right volume, and getting your EQ corrected and everything. And then that made me take like a deep dive. And for like the last month, I've been going so deep. I've been watching every YouTube video I can find on mixing and mastering, and really trying to get
your
that
research on that
craft on there. And it's definitely slows your creative process down, but like then it opens, like you're getting that sound you're wanting. And I got a new song coming out in about 2 weeks called Lemonade. It's my first attempt at mastering a song and really trying to perfect the mix. So I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I want to hear you for sure.
But I'll show you off camera. But that song's coming out in the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to finish the master on it now, but it's just crazy. You can start collaborating with somebody, and then your eyes are just open to a whole nother realm of the music. And then you're mastering your craft a lot more. And then, I don't know, the song becomes a lot more intimate. And I don't know, I love the details of the engineering of the music.
Yeah, for sure.
And then really I want to understand what every little knob stands for and what everything means. There's a lot to learn still, but
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I just know how to go and tell the mic how I feel. The engineer part, I don't know anything about it.
So I drive a lot for work, kind of back and forth to job sites. So I'm bad to watch YouTube videos. So I hope there's no police watching this and they don't pull me over. But I'll throw it up and I'll just be watching. I mean, obviously you forget some stuff, but then that night, what I learned that day, I try to go in and then start playing with it. But it's definitely that Lemonade song. I wrote it and recorded it in like a night, but I've been working on the mix for like a month now. So
okay, for
but,
sure. So
but it's
do
fun.
what it do.
It's a whole nother level to it that I didn't even realize. And I've been making music for 10 years now. So that's fun. And I love the day and age that we're living in now too, with like being able to go straight onto YouTube or Google or anywhere, like even now ChatGPT and all that crazy stuff. Like you can go ask it any question and it'll walk you through step by step or show you a video.
It's crazy you say that, because like that's another reason why I've been in the closet so long, because I really thought it was stupid to be behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like even my woman was trying to tell me like we need to do a YouTube skit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna record myself and act out for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do that. And I didn't really care to like record just me in general, because like I said, I'm a very emotional type person. You know what I'm saying? So if something bothering me, I can't hide that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't want to put it out there. But now I'm just like, shit, we only got one lifetime. I got a son, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it, life a bitch.
And
it is what it is.
Like I've tried to quit caring what anybody thinks about me. Because I mean, obviously trying to make music, and trying to make hip hop. I talked about this on my last episode with ACG. We were talking about like how 5-10 years ago people didn't even want to say they were a rapper because no one would take you serious or you'd get the jokes. And it's just like, I don't know when it, like probably like 2021 after COVID, I realized that everything is just a game out here. Yeah. And I'm gonna go try to do what I want to do. And even like hopping on this podcast, like I just don't really care anymore what anybody else says, because like you said, we only got one life.
For sure.
So. And one of my goals with the podcast is to get, like, I want to learn more about music and learn about other people's creative journeys.
Sure.
And I feel like I have some stuff to say, and I don't want to just always talk about music and stuff. And
for sure. And I truly believe, bro, we shouldn't have to work every day, like, stressing this and stressing that, you know what I'm saying? I truly believe, like, we all should be able to do what we enjoy doing.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what that is, you know what I'm saying? Because all of us are different.
And you just get lost in the process. I've listened to this book, Mastery by Robert Greene. I listened to it earlier this year, and I just started re-listening to it again.
I ain't written no books in a long time.
I'm not very good at reading, but I'll throw on the audio books sometimes. But it gets in. I mean, I'd recommend that to anybody trying to figure out your life task, is what he calls it in the book, life task. But he goes into good details, and then like like just finding yourself on your journey and then trying to learn how to master what you're called to do in life or what you're wanting to do in life. And
For sure.
he tells a lot of stories from way back in the day to more current stories in that book, and really just helps you open up your eyes. Like 90% of the people that you've heard about in history class or see on TV now, they all started out, they didn't know what they were doing, and the only difference between them and anybody else is that they went and did the thing and just kept failing upwards.
Yeah, they actually kept going. Consistency is key, for sure. And I like that you said that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is with me, bro. Like, I truly feel like this is what I'm destined to do in life. I done did, like, some things I probably shouldn't never did, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, for the most part of it, it's like all of it made me who I am. I always been the heavy head for my family. You see what I'm saying? I always been the go-to. I always been the one everybody call on. Even though everybody know I deal with the most mentally. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's why you like the outlet of music so much.
Yeah, because I don't talk.
And
You know
you're
what I'm
saying you like literally just hop in there, freestyle, and then let it go.
Yeah, I don't talk, bro. Like, in general, the only reason I'm doing this and I'm being this opening because it's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm out there now. I'm not hiding this shit no more.
Yeah. And I like music. Like, I guess I used to sit down like I started writing songs. I've been writing songs since second grade. Like in school, I never paid attention in class, so I'd always be writing some kind of poem or some kind of song down. But I guess I started really actually trying to write to a beat and actually come up with the full song 2012, 2013 range is when I dropped my first song ever. I was writing songs a lot. And like it almost I got frustrated with making music because like I'd get stuck on a song for months because I couldn't think of the next line, and I had to have 20 different meanings to every line that I had back then. And it was kind of boring and bland, and I was still being as authentic as I could be in my music, but I didn't really let my mind completely go free to, I guess, my inner self or whatever. And then I started really learning how to freestyle a song and then kind of keep, like you're talking about, just throw the mic on, not really write anything down, and just let my mind go. And then that subconscious self in there, if you listen to that, like it'll help you. I don't know, like that's my favorite part of music is just hearing the suppressed stuff that I don't talk about all the time, and it just kind of comes out on the track.
A beat just gonna already tell you exactly what you want to say on it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I know, like, damn, I heard that beat. Okay. I might not know exactly what I want to say, but I know this is the beat to do it on.
And it's always gonna, like this week I wrote a song in like an hour the other night, and I was watching Joe Rogan right before it, and he was talking about the muse and like how if you just go sit there and commit yourself to like, hey, tonight I'm going to write, I'm just going to, whatever happens, whatever's coming to me tonight, I'm going to channel that, and whatever needs to speak to me tonight, I'm just going to let that happen. So I was like, I'm just going to go chill in the studio and see what happens. So I listened to like 20 beats, and I found one I really liked, and then I started freestyling. I think I took like 5 or 6 takes, and then by that 5th, 6th take, it was it. I was like, that's it. And then I go back after I get like, and I use maybe like 70 to 90% of the freestyle, and then I'll go just tweak the lyrics and kind of make it flow better and stuff. But
so you got the opportunity to do that. That's smooth because you really can work on your craft much as you want to. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm out loud saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like to myself, of course. You know what I'm saying? My own space. Mm-hmm. I'm saying it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Over and over and over. Maybe this feel. Hold on, I'm forcing this. You know what I'm saying? Like my last song, when you say wake up, my last song I was doing with that, I'm like, all right, I got 2 songs. I had a song Vulnerable, and I had a song Party Pooper. And I was like, dang, I at least want to do 3. So I'm like, dang, I've been listening to the song, the beat probably like 2 weeks now. I just been listening to a beat, you know what I'm saying? I done found another beat. Okay, I came up with some of this beat, but I really like this beat. Still can't, you know what I'm saying? I just happened to, all right, let me put the beat. I'm folding me and my son clothes. Just came up. Another day I wake, I'm tired of feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and sometimes like just distracting yourself for a minute, them lyrics, the thought, the whole song idea can just pop right there. And like you're saying, you're folding
like
clothes.
Like I said, I don't write it. So like it literally just.
So you don't write it on your phone or nothing? It's just straight. That's crazy.
Since the moment I told myself I'm really going to do this and I can do this, I'm not writing anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's real. I'm not making it up. You know what I'm saying? And in my lyrics, maybe even mostly through my voice, I feel like if somebody play my song, they gonna hear my emotion through it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's real. I really cry behind every song I done made this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, cry.
So kind of going into that, growing up, what kind of got you triggered to want to go towards music? Do you have any influences in music or?
I mean, I don't know. Me and my brother and them, we used to do some like, we used to mess around on YouTube a little bit, put like little things together. But like I said, I always played with it. You know what I'm saying? Then I remember the first time I tried to make a serious song. Like I said, my brother went away when I was 12, and like I see my mama crying, I see what she going through, and I'm like, damn. And it was Meek Mill, because I really used to like Meek Mill. I really used to like Meek Mill. I rock with Meek
Pre
Mill.
back to back.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I used to rock with Meek Mill like that, posted on the corner like a mailbox. I used to like Meek Mill. I don't know why I was that young rocking with Meek Mill the way I was.
Oh yeah, everybody was.
But yeah, I was on Meek Mill, but he had a song called Heaven or Hell. You know what I'm saying? I remember,
It's been a minute since I've heard it, but
I like that beat. You know what I'm saying? That's the first song I actually like put emotion into and tried to let me write something. And it was something I just wrote. You know what I'm saying? Something with my brother, talking about it. But I never really took it too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like that was the time like my mama crying. You know what I'm saying? We going through it. I'm trying to fathom what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? Because now, big bro, he gone. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more big brother in the house no more right now. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize how long it would be. I ain't seen my brother again until I was 21.
And you were 12 at this time?
12. So think about what that already did to me. And like I told you, I always been the emotional out of my mom's kids. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, I was destined for this, bro. Like real shit. I really was destined for it. And my only thing is I haven't been putting it out there. Like I said, I'm camera shy. I don't like being in the camera. But I told myself like, oh, this. Man up. Get in the camera. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like you lying. Get in the camera. Everybody do it. The only difference between them is they did it. That's the only thing, consistency. You know what I'm saying? That's why you've been seeing me do all that, bro.
Oh yeah,
I've been on it.
I was trying to do a whole lot earlier this year, and then like the video editing, it takes a lot. And then I was like, well, I want to do the podcast, and then with work sometimes it just gets caught up. But this year my goal is like put out as much, because I didn't make my first music video until me and Dylan over here. We made our, like, we were just at his house, and I was like, I love this song we're making, and I really just want to make a music video. So we just we shot it in like a couple hours at his house, just found some different scenes, and that was the first time I really put anything with my face on it, other than throwing like a picture of my song.
I salute anybody who's doing it, because that's actually a job. It's work.
Oh, yeah.
It's not easy at all.
Well, it's like just a podcast. Like, we'll shoot it for an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how the conversation goes.
For sure.
And then it takes like an hour to download it into the computer, from the cameras into the computer. And then the mixing starts. Well, then you got to line everything up perfectly. And then on a podcast, you're mixing that. I mean, it's a lot easier mixing a podcast than a music video for sure. But like, I'll put like 8 to 10 hours an episode in. And then most of the time that's after work or 12 o'clock at night. I'm working on the podcast, trying to get it edited. And so it's definitely a job. I didn't realize there was that much going on.
I mean, but it's still small, because you got to think, you're really on your own time.
Oh, for sure.
Like I say, you know what I'm saying? I'm an artist who just know how to go explain how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Really well.
And the thing I love about the podcast, like we get to have this conversation now, but then I get to go back and re-listen to it, and then like really get to soak in what everybody's saying, and then get that. I mean, I watch it. I go through it like 3 times before I drop them. So, but like if there's good conversation or just some stuff that happens, like it helps me. Like I did an episode with Robbie O'Shields a couple months ago, and I'm still hearing that conversation in my head now today. Yeah. Like counting my calories and trying to make sure that I'm trying to.
I ain't seen Robbie in a minute. It's been some years.
But
for sure.
But yeah, he's doing personal training stuff now. So go check him out if you haven't yet.
License up.
But yeah, kind of back to, and like you're saying, it's a job to put together the music videos or even just the reels. Like I'd spend like when I was getting into them a little bit in November, December, January, I'd spend the whole Saturday afternoon just mixing 1 30-second video. And
that's what Shameful was telling me about, bro. Was letting me know, like, It's not something that you do quick. Like if you actually want to do it and make sure it's good, it takes time.
Oh yeah, and then I found myself, I was just trying to find something, and I wasn't putting the art into it, and so now I'm trying to find scenes, and I got a couple coming out with the new song Lemonade soon, but I'm trying to find scenery that speaks to me. Like I love to be out in nature, and so like I'm trying to find the right scenes that kind of tells who I am in the backdrop, in the background.
For sure.
And not just be trying to find like this shot here and not have that emotion even in the music video part, or even just the 30-second reel that you're going to see.
Like how I look at it, just at the end of the day, you always want to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way
You can't lose being yourself.
You. Yeah.
Like,
because everybody's different in some way. So just be you.
For sure. And always trying to just being truthful to the extent that you can be, but being truthful to yourself 100%. I feel like not really happiness, but I don't know if you'd call it fulfillment in life, or just feeling like helping with your anxiety.
I had to
being
do,
true
you know
to
what I'm saying,
yourself.
which even I done shed a few tears over and shit like that, is I had to accept who I am. You know what I'm saying? Every wrong I done did. I
Where
had
you
to
came
accept
from
it
and
take it in. You know
and
what I'm saying?
I've had a similar, probably since 2020. I've really, like, 'cause 2020, I got my head really, really bad. And I don't know if I was living before that, not really knowing who I was, but I guess I was just opening myself up to accepting everything previously to that point. And then I'm not going to be a victim no more. And I'm going to go live my life how I want to live it. And I am who I am. And I'm not trying to put on no mask. I'm not trying to put on no face.
Yeah, I salute that, bro. Salute that, for sure.
So laugh at me, make fun of me, whatever you want to do. You ain't going to bed with me at night. The only people I care about,
what you eat don't make me shit.
Yeah. The only people I care about that like me is my wife and my kids.
Sure,
and
facts,
sometimes your kids ain't gonna like you because you gotta make sure you discipline them. But at the end, I want them to love me when they're 20. So I want to raise them, and I want them to know. Like, and one thing, and my oldest son, he's about to start kindergarten this year, and I'm a little nervous about that, just because I don't want him to get indoctrinated by the world just yet. But I'm gonna have to let go of that.
Yeah,
but,
that's a fear of a parent for sure.
But like, cause I want him to be free, and I don't want him to feel like he has to try to be cool like everybody else, and I want him to keep that free spirit he has.
Yeah.
And so like that's one thing at home I'm really trying to work on, is just let them know like it's okay to be yourself, and people's gonna laugh at you, people's gonna make fun of you, whatever it is, but don't ever let that affect who you want to be or who you are really. Because the most unhappy people I've seen in life are people with masks on all the time.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
And kind of talking about the music stuff, like even like local artists, I'll hear them put lyrics in their songs, and it's like, why aren't you trying to, like, it's okay to be,
don't want to be themselves, bro.
It's okay to be a coming up rapper or artist or whatever you are. Like, you ain't got to try to.
A lot of people don't want to be themselves. You know, that's my main thing.
Whenever I hear those lyrics, it's like I don't want to listen to you because I know who you are. Now, if you're being real and who you really are, like you're gonna talk to me in a different way. And I'm gonna enjoy your music a lot more because I know you're trying to be yourself in your music. But whenever you start talking about I got all this blah blah blah, and it's like you're
like, how is that not killing you at night? Yeah. Like me, that shit would destroy me if I lie about something. Cause I'm gonna be like, no, you don't got this, and then I'm hearing myself say I got it over and over.
And there's a difference between like exaggerating like a metaphor to get a point across, but like blatantly saying you're doing this and doing that, and then in real life you ain't. It's like just be yourself. And that's,
I truly don't believe lying in music.
People fake it to make it. Yeah. But I feel like a lot of those people, they make one-hit wonders. And I mean, if you just want to be a one-hit wonder, who am I to judge? Like, if I can make a couple million off a song I made up. But at the same time, I want to, like, again, like with my music, I really use it as therapy. And driving down the road in the middle of the night, or driving around to work and just having a lot on my head. Like, oh, yeah, I wrote this song a couple weeks ago or a couple years ago. Let me go see what it was telling me. And then I'll go back and listen to that, and then, like, again, it just speaks to me in a whole different way, or opens my eyes to something I might not have understood when I wrote it. And I don't know, that's why I love making music.
Yeah,
I guess,
definitely. I even love listening to music. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said let me hear you. Like, I listen to, my playlist is crazy, bro. It ain't no telling.
Anything.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to everything and anything. And
I feel like that helps you as an artist. Like, I even find myself listening to, like, the Beach Boys every once in a while, or
I'm gonna show you what I was just I was over at my grandma. I was over at my grandma and like, man, I was just talking, about life-changing events, like I say. And like, I just thought like, dang, when I was younger, what was that song I heard? And let me play this real quick. I'm just play this. This song came to mind. Like, I was like, love her. And I said, what is that song called? And I was like, I need that. That's why I just added it on my playlist. You know this?
I've heard it for sure. I wouldn't know the name of it unless you told me.
If you need it, let me know. I need this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that song I just added on my playlist. I'm talking with my grandma, you know what I'm saying? We talking about, like I said, life shit. And then, damn, I was like, dang, like, it came out of nowhere. Like I said, shit be hitting my head. And I'm like, what was that song I heard when I was younger? Love Hurts. I'm like, oh.
I love Shazam and even
Immediately
Siri.
had to go get it.
Cause like if I can just remember like some of the melody or something, you can maybe find it. Cause I hate whenever you have a song in your head, but you can't remember the lyrics or you can't remember the name of it, and you want to hear it so bad and you can't find it.
Yeah, I had to find it.
I'll just start humming it and try to look on Google or somewhere trying to find it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But that's gosh, it drives me crazy whenever I can't figure out what the song is in my head.
I use music for all kind of therapy too, but that's why I said like instead of being a closet artist and this, I know and I believe I'm good enough to it's like it's 8 billion people in the world. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I'm already like one-minded on. I want to be an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? I want to own. Mm-hmm. I don't want to work for somebody. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, this way don't work. I see how this way happens. I see how this plans out every time. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, can't none of us run from death.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to die at the end of the day, for sure.
Ticket.
You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. But like I said, if I got the gift how I do to make things easier on my son, easier on my nephew and nieces and them, that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to take nowhere near the same route that we had to take. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit leave you cold-hearted.
Oh, for sure. And
it's 8 billion people in the world. I know.
And it's like you don't have to get
100,000 gonna fuck with you.
Exactly. And you can make. I know local artists that make their whole living. I mean, you ain't got to make millions and millions of dollars, but if you can make $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 off your music a year,
I can make a living. I'm cool.
I mean, if you can just make enough to, like, if I can just, I haven't made $1 yet off my music or podcast, but it's coming, okay? But
for sure. Hey, I feel you.
But like, just making anything off of your art is success to me. Obviously, I'd love if all I did all day was shoot podcasts and get in the studio.
So this is actually a passion for yours, podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I mean, eventually I'd love to make money. So if anybody wants to sponsor it and start sending me some money to do this more often.
You can, for sure. You can, bro. You can.
I got a 5-year plan, so hopefully I can stay determined in it. I will say, so during the daytime, I'm a landscaper and then a music artist at night. But starting a landscape company from nothing and then building that and watching that grow from just me by myself throwing mulch out to having 2 guys to having 10 guys to having 29 people now, and seeing that blow up from 20, like I started in 2016, and so many times you want to quit, and so many times, and then in 2020, right around COVID, it got really bad because we lost a lot of our jobs, and I'm like, man, I'm going broke every day. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm better off going to work for somebody else. And I even had job offers. I was wanting to go back and work at the golf course because I love being outside and I love playing in the dirt, grass, cutting it, whatever. And I went back to this golf course and I applied for a job, and they didn't want to. I wanted to make $2 more an hour than what they were wanting to offer me, and I would have sold out for $2 more an hour. And right around the corner, it was. Then business started to pick up like within 6 months to a year after that point. So I was so close to giving up, but then I had that voice in my head, and like you're talking about your kids, and it's like we just had our first kid. COVID was happening, and I didn't know what was going to happen. My truck was blowing up. I lost a few jobs right there that early. My truck blew up in December of 2019, and then COVID hits March of 2020, and everything just shuts down, and I'm like, I got to figure something out. But then, like, looking at my kid, knowing, like, hey, no, I can't give up. I like, if it was just me by myself, sure. But, like, I got a wife now. I got a son now. I got to go take care of this. So then I started putting – and, I mean, I've always worked long hours, but then I really started putting in like 12 hours in the field during the day.
Overdrive.
And then I'd put 3 or 4 hours in when I got home, like literally putting in 16 to 18 hour days every day for like 2 years straight.
Damn, salute to you for sure.
Like, and then of course, then that does put a toll on your mind and body. And I quit working out during that time because I was super focused.
And stuff, or it's just a
I-
technique you learned?
So I've always loved it. Like as a kid, I built, like when we were growing up, I built a wiffle ball field in my yard and I hand dug out the home. Luckily, my mom let me be creative when I was little. So shout out to my mom.
Yes,
But I dug out home plate and then I dug out first base and I took all that extra dirt, built a pitcher's mound. And I'd always, like the neighborhood, all the kids would come up and we'd all play and I had a whole league that I designed in high school. I loved playing wiffle ball. But I'd spray paint the lines of the field and put a fence up and a backstop. So I always loved being outside. I loved cutting grass. That was the first thing I started doing.
That's a true passion of yours.
And I loved it. I don't know if I love running a landscape company so much now that I've seen the veil lifted on the backside of running like an actual company instead of doing it. Because I definitely loved digging all day, coming home dirty. I loved running machinery, and I just loved being in it. And there was just something about being out in nature. And like some of these houses you get to work at have such a beautiful view, and I might not get to live there, but like I'm getting to enjoy the view or the neighborhood. Definitely not an office person. I still love being an entrepreneur and trying to figure it out, but
you want to be outside.
I'm trying to learn. Yeah, I hate being cooped up, especially in the summertime. I don't know. I like feeling all the seasons all year round because like in the wintertime you're bundled up in like 4 different layers and you're out there working and you have to stay moving to keep your body warm during the winter.
Yeah, for sure.
And then spring and fall was amazing. That was the best time to be out. And then summertime you got to push through the heat and fight your mind there. But being in the office and being behind a computer screen now most of the time, I'm getting better at it. And I'm not going to let myself quit on that. But I'm still learning, and I'm trying to learn how to enjoy where I'm at right now. Because, and this is one thing I'd like to talk about is I wrote a song called Project 97 Last Days. I dropped in 2023, early 2023. And I was talking about it then. And back then, I mean, we didn't have much success going on with the business. We were just starting to get off the ground then. But like my goal in life is like, I might not get the right people to hear my music yet, but my goal is I want to build a business to where I can focus on my music. Like my goal is to work for 4 hours a day, get my business going so that I can then spend another 4 to 6 hours a day working on my music or podcast. Like I want to be able to supply myself with the life to be an artist if I can't get a deal or if I can't do this or that. And so like my whole goal, and you can ask, Dylan's been around for the whole time. Like whenever I had one truck sitting outside that was broke down that I had to try to beat the starter on to get to work the next day. Yeah. My goal then is the same goal now is I want to try to keep shaping a company to where it can supply me to where I can fund my own music career.
Okay, so you genuinely, I mean, care about music.
Oh yeah, all night. So again, when I was putting in, so before me and my wife got married and she moved in with me, we didn't really take a break, but like we knew we were getting married and everything was good. And I told her, I was like, look, I don't know if I'll ever get an opportunity to make music like this again in my life. So I'm going to focus on work. And for like the last 6 months before we got married, we hung out maybe once or twice a week. But the other nights I worked for 10 to 12 hours a day, came home, did my paperwork, and I'd clock out about 9, 10 o'clock at night. And then I'd clock into the studio and Connor Cope, Dylan Paris, they would come over 9, 10 o'clock at night, and then we would start working on music. Yeah. And heck, I mean, we didn't go to bed till like 2, 3 o'clock every night, and we were and I was learning, like, if you go listen to any of that, some of it's decent, but I was learning how to actually put songs together, how to write the lyrics, how to find the beats and all that.
I want to hear it for sure.
But it's still not the best, but I don't know, I just love making music, and I would love to, if it was my career one day, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, bro. I like that. I like that a lot. So your woman kind of with you. She backing you on that. Like.
Yeah. And I think that's the most important thing. Like before I met my wife, the girls I was with didn't. I had a couple girlfriends that supported the music, but I had some that would laugh at you or tell you you're never gonna do this. And I think a lot of.
You gotta get them from around you.
I think, for sure. And that's one thing I learned after me and this one girl broke up is like it's very important. The friends you have, the girl you have, the partner in life you have, between if you're going to have a successful life or if you're going to have
who
a
you surround
life full
yourself
of,
around, for sure.
and like, I mean, I don't really talk to a lot of people I used to hang out with 5 years ago. Like I have a couple close friends. But if I can't throw like ideas off of you all day or talk motivation, like, cause I don't like, I have my bad days and sometimes I just need a vent. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times that's where my music goes too. But like, I want to be around people that's trying to build me up, or not trying to, like, I'm not trying to talk about stuff to make me feel like I'm trying to act better than anybody. I'm trying to like, hey, no, I got to keep my mind here. I can do this. Like, I'm going to try to do this. I got these big dreams. And if you're not dreaming big with me, it's hard for me to talk to people that don't want to dream.
Like I said, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, what somebody got going on, mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? We all deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Some of us just deal with it better than others.
True.
But everybody's dealing with it.
True.
So for sure, I definitely get what you're saying when you're saying that, bro. And I'm happy you found a wife for you. Woman who got you. It's gonna support you.
It was a lot of prayers, even though I don't live the best life. I remember being in some really, like, 2018, I got a DUI. I was just heartbroken. I was just drinking every night. And then one night, I black out driving down the road. I don't remember where I was at.
It's crazy you say that. After this, I want to show you a song I made for like.
I did make a song. It's called Drunk Driving, but that was really my lowest point. And then I remember being in that jail cell, and I was like, if you keep going down this path, this is where you're gonna end up. Or I mean, it could be worse. Like I realized that night, like I took a lot of risk drinking, driving, and like you don't know if I don't even remember driving.
Yeah, you killed you or killed somebody else.
Killed somebody else, and then you got to live with that forever. And so I ain't saying I straightened up that night or that I'm perfect now or anything, but
Man,
definitely
perfect.
that was definitely a big eye-opening night. And that's whenever, like, then you realize you're at rock bottom, because then I was trying to get I was in business for like 2 or 3 years. Well, then I couldn't even go look at jobs, because first of all, I wrecked my truck that night. And then I'm having people drive me around, and I'm supposed to be the person selling the job, and I'm getting out the passenger door, and then people's not taking you serious to sell the job. And it's like I lost any kind of momentum I had in business at that point, and went all the way back down to the bottom.
Damn.
And I was like, all right, are you going to keep trying to put people in your life that's not building you up, and people that, and I ain't saying it's nobody else's fault. Obviously, I was the one making the mistakes, but then that helped me. That helped me realize, like, there's a lot of stuff I need to work on myself. And so, like, again, I couldn't really drive. I finally got a driver's permit to, like, drive to work and back, but that's all I could do. So I couldn't go out and party and hang out with everybody every night, because I had to get back up and go to work the next morning.
Get on it.
So, like, I used that year every night. That's when I really started. Like, I'd go outside in midnight, and I would just go sit beside this little Japanese maple tree in my yard, and I would just write songs. I'd play the song on the porch, and I'd just be sitting out on the porch, and I'd just write my song and get everything out. And then it just felt like everything kept going. Like, and you just want to keep aiming up in life, for sure.
Sure.
And you're going to have your low times, but just keep trying to every time you get knocked down, just keep trying to keep climbing, because you're going to keep one step at a time. No one gets to the top after 1 or 2 steps.
It's life. Curveballs going to happen.
And there's always going to be mountaintops and peaks. And then there's the valley, for sure. But kind of getting back into music.
Yeah, you was asking about my upbringing and stuff.
Yeah. I go on tangents every once in a while.
Nah, you good.
But was there like a lot of music going around in your house when you were growing up?
I mean, like I said, you know what I'm saying? A little bit short window, my pops and mom was together. You know, mom might be listening to some R&B singing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Get with Pop, I live, or hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm leaning Gucci Man, Waka Flocka, all them, you know what I'm saying? Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy was his favorite. But, yeah, stuff like that. So, once that pretty much ended up happening, we always, like, I don't think I ever been really monitored on music, what I can listen to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's always really been my choice what I take heed to, what I like and stuff like that. And like I said, for some reason, I took a strong liking to Meek Mill, like, a strong liking. That, if I would say anybody inspired me for as an artist, if I was going to say that, because I don't believe anybody, I feel like life itself, you know what I'm saying? But I would say Meek Mills.
Yeah.
If I would say anybody, I would say Meek Mills. Like, that's the only person I could think about, like, back then, where I was so deep driven into his music, like his wordplay, his story, you know what I'm saying? Which I was like, dang, like, I'm feeling this. Like, I'm really connecting with this. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's why I really wanted to get into music at first was because I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of rap music growing up, but then when I got to high school, the smartphones had finally came out, and I found some free jailbreak app where you could download all the music you wanted to, and then I found Dr. Dre and
A
Eminem,
whole new world.
and I was like, I love it. So then I was finally driving, so I didn't have to listen to Mom's Shania Twain anymore. But I'm just kidding. She'd play other stuff than that. But then I just started listening, and I fell in love with hip hop, and then I really took a deep dive into Eminem's music, Dr. Dre, and who else was I listening to then? Wiz Khalifa just came out. Mac Miller just came out. Drake was coming up right then, and then it was like a whole new world just opened up. And then I realized how much of an influence music could be, and then I wanted to tap into whatever that magic was.
Yeah, hell yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? They always say, like, the stereotypical is like, damn, black men, they damn gonna do sports or music. You know what I'm saying? That's why the main thing I was like, nah, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, put myself in that. But then once you realize, you know what I'm saying, you got a short window. It's only so many opportunities, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, shit, I might as well go down this lane. This lane fits with me the most. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, my upbringing, bro, honestly, truly was good. I wouldn't say I had no, like, really bad upbringing, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit happened with me once I'm older. You know what I'm saying? Learned about life and things like that. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? My mama really done damn babied us. We her cubs. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Straight babied us. My dad, complete opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I have a similar
complete
story.
Opposite. For like, sure. My pops was out. He was a street man. You know what I'm saying? He's out here. He's trying to get money. Yeah. My pops was a real big time dude. Pretty sure a lot of people know him. You know what I'm saying? He passed away last year and things of that. So rest in peace, Pops. But I was saying that to say this. He's the one who really opened my eyes on the life. You know what I'm saying? That, like, okay, it ain't no cakewalk and ain't nothing just coming to you. You know what my dad used to always tell me? Ain't nothing coming to a dream but a dream. That's all. That's all you're going to get in sleep is a dream. Because you sleep and you see this or think this, all that is a dream. You got to make that.
It's not like just talking. And I mean, I think it's good to talk about stuff, but like action.
You got to make that happen.
You got to go do it. Like,
and he put that in front of me, like, very well. You know what I'm saying? When mama made me think, oh, this is a cakewalk. You get a job, this is going to be okay. This is going to be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like that.
I think that's why it's important. And like my dad, I didn't really talk to him a whole lot until I was 18. And then we rekindled everything and we talked today.
Story for sure.
It's, he's my dad. I love him. But I think that's why it's so important to make sure that, like, and my number one goal in my life is I just want to be present for my sons and my daughter, but especially my sons, because I could have really used that freaking kick in the butt every once in a while, especially as a teenager.
Yeah, abandonment is real.
And I just that's my number one goal is, like, I want to stay with my wife forever. I love her very much, and I hope nothing ever happens there. But no matter what happens, I want to make sure
you got your babies.
I got my boys, and I can show them, because mama's job is to baby them and love on them. And then I want to love on my boys too, but you got to kick them in the butt every once in a while and let them know, like, hey, life isn't a fairy tale. Because, like, I mean, for the longest time, I didn't really realize how hard it could be, because mama's always protecting you.
Yeah.
And then you get thrown into the real world, and it's like, oh, there's a lot of snakes. There's a lot of eagles out here trying to just snatch you. So
it's crazy you say that, because that's important. How I felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like a lot of things of the environment I was painting myself around, you know what I'm saying? I didn't fit in it. You know what I'm saying? You had to be like a devious type of person, you know what I'm saying? Or eat your alive. You got to be that type of person. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. I don't fuck with you, you gonna know it. I'm not throwing no rocks and hiding my hand.
And that's like going back to what you were talking about earlier, like just being yourself and being real. Like I ain't trying to impress nobody no more. Like I'm just being me. Like, let's try to do life the best that we can. If you're doing good now, everybody, if you're doing good today, that don't mean nothing for tomorrow. Yeah. And so that always, like, remember to humble yourself even when you're at the top of the mountain. And because everybody's you're constantly up and down, it's just.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay to check on everybody too. You know what I'm saying? Even a
sure.
stranger, because like I said, everybody dealing with mental.
Well, you never,
bro.
I noticed this just this past week. We went on a quick little vacation, and just someone compliments your shirt, like you got a cool shirt on or a cool hat on. Like, I don't know this person. Like, oh, I like that hat. That's unique. And it's like, like the rest of the day, you feel good because someone liked the hat that you picked out to wear that day. And like even going to the store, the person that you're checking out from, like instead of just saying, hey, how are you? Be like, hey, how you feeling today? Like just switch it up and talk to them and let them know that you acknowledge them as a person instead of just a transaction.
Yeah, for sure.
And people randomly
This
out
ain't
there
just no
smile
damn computer.
a little bit like that. I think
they human too,
I think that
for
goes
sure.
a long way. And that helps you out, and like you never know who you're gonna meet out there.
Yeah, that's like I'm saying,
or who
bro,
you
like,
can help.
Since I start putting myself out here, like that's even like me getting to meet you. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Like this never happens if I was the way I was last year. You know what I'm saying? With that same mindset, this never happens.
And I'll just say, like, just doing the podcast, I'm getting to meet new people. I'm definitely getting out of my comfort zone because I'm a super introvert, and
Okay,
I get super
we
awkward.
Connect right there. We
I get-
connect right there.
I get super awkward. Like, if I don't know you, if I like back in the day, even today, like if I go to a party, I'm gonna be that dude in the corner being weird, just hanging. Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna be quiet. But
yeah, that's me.
like last year, I made a decision 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, look, every year I'm gonna have a theme, and I'm gonna do something to get out of my comfort zone every year, no matter what it is. If I commit to it, I'm just gonna do it. So I started putting music out, I didn't really put a lot of videos out, but I was just gonna make sure I put my music out a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year, I wanted to make sure, like I was like, I'm gonna start performing. I've never performed. I'm a terrible performer. Working on it though.
Do you like performing?
I do. Once I get there, I still get them nerves. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But then I get there, and then like you get to be yourself for a minute.
Yeah, like I never knew I would like it because, like I said, I'm an introvert as well. But it's actually something I really took a strong liking to. Like, hold the fuck up, everybody's shutting the fuck
and
up.
it's a
really
whole different
listening
vibe
to
coming
me,
out
yeah.
live, and you have people looking at you. Because I
Like,
mean,
I'm
I've always
getting to tell my
practiced.
story.
I've always practiced in like my bedroom, and I'd have like I'd use my phone or something as a microphone and just imagine people listening.
Yeah.
And I loved doing that alone at my house, but I was like, there's no way I could do this in front of people. But last year I was like, no, you're doing this. And so I just forced myself, like no matter how I was super stiff and everything, but like once you start hearing people and they're like bobbing their head, and Asheville's a great town for, especially like the Gang Beef Entertainment, they put on a lot of open mics, and I'm pretty sure they still do a lot. But last year I went to their South by Southwest contest, and that was my second ever performance was at their contest, and like it was a good environment, and everybody's trying to build you up. Yeah. And it really helped me out. And then the second night we performed for the next week of the contest, I was way more loose and comfortable. But I think the environment that, like, if you can find somewhere that'll let you be you, and people that's not just trying to tear you up all the time, that's huge to help you grow as an artist. And
the best way I don't look at it, you know what I'm saying, and maybe you can too, because you say you're introverted. I look at it like, even though I say be your authentic self, you know what I'm saying, I look at it, once this camera come on, I'm a character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still me, I'm still a character. I can't be the same dude I just be in my room and then all day to day talking to my family when I'm on here. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a character in the day. I'm an artist. That's what they care about. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm play that role.
And then so we were at the beach this week, and I shot some content on the beach first thing in the morning, kind of walking through the water. And like you just got to get it, or you'll go downtown or wherever you're going to shoot your content, but you just got to be okay with there's going to be people walking by. They're going to be laughing at you because you're that character at that moment. Yeah. So you just got to block it out, make sure you're hitting your cues on the camera, and make sure that's what you're focused on, and not the people in the background or the people driving by or the people honking their horn or whatever.
Yeah, when I'm doing this, it's just me and whoever I'm here with.
For sure.
We in our own space with this.
And once you start doing it, I mean, it's like anything else. Like once you do it once, you get comfortable. And then you're just going to continue to get better if you keep doing it. And just being like, okay, if we're in the middle of downtown Hendersonville or Asheville or wherever, okay, hey, this is a cool scene. Let's shoot some content real quick.
Yeah.
And then boom, boom, boom. And then like you can just learn how to block out all the noise and all the everything else around you. And I feel like that helps you grow as a person a lot too, because like you're learning like, hey, I just broke through this wall.
Yeah.
Now maybe there's another thing, and it's helped me with my business, and my business has helped me break walls through my music. And it's like, hey, all you got to do is just keep playing the game, because you can't really ever lose until your last day.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
when you finally lose.
Yeah.
But until then, you can keep playing the game. And so that's why I got to keep telling myself with the podcast and with the music.
Yeah,
just
consistency, bro.
putting it
Consistency.
out,
Like
yeah.
I said, what you're doing right here, this is major.
So
Like, this is
Thank you,
major.
thank you.
Like, when I say this is major, bro, this is major. You can go crazy with this right here.
So
No lie.
that'd be crazy. But yeah, I started doing the podcast in my house, in my little studio room, and then we've kind of expanded into here, and yeah, it's fun. It's definitely something. And then you're always learning, and then you're getting to meet people you would have never really talked to. You might have said
Yeah,
hey
for
to
sure.
on the street or in the store or wherever. But now, like, you're getting to learn other people, and then you're getting around people like-minded like you, and I don't know. It's helped me grow as an artist just in the
Yeah, because
6
man,
months
you
I've
just
been
walk by
doing
each
it.
other, we probably wouldn't knew
Like,
we both fuck
what's
with
up?
music like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
be like, what's up? Keep it pushing.
And Victor V Flow, he sometimes, I think you know him. He
I done
was in
seen
that
him. Yeah, I
contest.
seen him. Yeah, shout out Victor.
But he started helping me out working 2022, 2023 is when he started helping me. And for like a year, me and him, neither one knew that we really talked about music. Like, I didn't know he made music. He didn't know I made music.
Oh,
I
damn.
mean, we might talk about it a little bit. But then, like, one day we just really started talking about it. And he's like, yeah, man, I've been putting out music for so many years. I'm like, me too, bro. And he was kind of dialing off of it. And I was getting serious, but I wasn't really getting into it. But then just getting, like, talking about the music and getting around people. And then he's inspired me to make a whole lot of music. And I hope I've helped inspire him make music. I was just on his new album. You had to go check it out, called
Yeah, I hear
Endless
it.
Summer. But I was on the Indiana Jones song, even though Apple wouldn't let me put my name on there.
They wouldn't?
No, it was, well, my music name is iMAXX Music,
Mhm.
so Apple thought I was a record label and
Oh.
wouldn't let him tag me on the music, so I didn't get the feature.
Damn.
Like, it didn't put my name
Yeah,
in the thing.
they
So.
didn't give you the credit.
But we're working on a music video, so
For sure, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm thinking about posting it on my page just so we got it. But it's a dope song, and but yeah, getting around him and just getting around someone finally that's not like, because I had a lot of buddies, and like no one wants to hear you just keep freestyling, especially if they ain't making music. And it's
Yeah,
like
they
all I
don't
care about, like
music, yeah.
like
You don't
they're-
care about music, you really ain't trying to hear about
Yeah.
it. But a lot of people do care about it.
And I remember when I was younger, like 18 to 23, 24, 25, before I really got around other artists, like every party I would go, I'd try to get some weed, try to just get a little high, because as soon as that hit, the music, when you put them headphones on, you're in a whole nother world.
Zone in.
And then I would, like, it would not be a surprise if I was at a party, I'd find somebody smoke something, and then I would go off into a room somewhere away from everybody. I'd have my beats, and I'd throw them on, and I'd have my phone, and I would just be finding instrumentals, and I would just be writing for hours.
Oh,
And then, I don't know, I was weird at parties, but I don't know, it just did something to me. Like, music just, it's always.
I'm about to say, I was the one damn when they got the crowd going around,
Mhm.
and they got a beat, we just in that bitch in the circle just saying shit.
Oh yeah, I always loved the
I was in
freestyles
that.
at parties.
Yeah,
That was
that's
always
what I was
fun. But yeah, I guess that was early on, but that was fun. And it's just crazy to think about. That was where I was 10 years ago. So how do you think the city of Hendersonville shaped your music sound?
I wouldn't really say it's shaped, bro. Like I said, like I never really done damn listen to somebody like, oh shit, let me try to sound like this, or let me try to do that.
That's
You know
all
what I'm saying? And now that I realize how my music is now, I be like, damn, it's so emotional. I want somebody to connect me or try to say like, my music is referring my music to this person, or kind of sound like this person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's truly authentic, bro. Like when I tell you, I don't know what my song gonna sound like until it hit the studio. Because like I might have a song, I might have it in one pitch. You know what I'm saying?
Now you
Think
got
about
like a
this
home
pitch.
studio,
No.
microphone, or anything like that?
No.
Um,
I'm just in my room.
where you go
play
to the
beat,
studio
just-
at?
Spartanburg.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah.
have to. If you go down there, I live
Sound
right
Standard. Shout out.
there. Standard.
Yeah.
I live right there in Bowling Springs, so if you ever coming down that way, you have to come pop in the studio.
Yeah,
at my
bro, for
house.
sure. Definitely.
I remember, so when I was first trying to build, because like I kept hitting people up on Facebook that made music. I'm like, because I remember when I first started trying to make music, I'd have my phone and I'd have my speaker beside me, and I'd try to get the right distance so I could make myself sound decent.
Yeah.
But I didn't have no money to go to the studio, and I didn't even
That
know
shit
that there
costs.
was studios you could really go to like that.
Yeah.
And everybody I hit up, everybody just ignored me. And I was like, whatever, man. And so, like, I worked so hard. And then I just took everything. And I finally got me a computer, finally got me a mic. And then my computer crashed out. And then for like 3 years, I couldn't make music.
It's
But
crazy.
it took me a while. And then I just kept fighting until I finally got that old Apple Mac Mini thing over there, which it's crashed now. It has like 200 songs on it that I can't get back now.
That's what I say. Like,
But
it's crazy you say that in general because, like, definitely trying to hit people up. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going all the way the professional way with it, no matter how much it costs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I'm going to do it because I have to hit people up in the past. You know what I'm saying? I actually did songs. I don't care the name or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I actually did songs with people, not with them, but like in their studio and this and that. And it's kind of like, damn, bro, like you kind of want me to sound like ass. Like, you kind of you know what I'm saying? They're like, the fuck is up? You know what I'm saying? Because I go to another studio, this ain't a problem.
Yeah,
I told you, I don't know anything about like how the actual studio works, the engineer part, know anything about it. I just know how to go on a mic and speak how I feel.
Yeah.
So you gotta think I don't know what they doing or I don't know what's messing up. I don't know how to fix it. You see what I'm saying? But I just know like I done went to my homeboy studio, never had that problem. Besides like he ain't got the best quality, but he got good quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But never had that problem. I went to Outsiders. It's like every time, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck that. I don't know. It's not genuine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it because I'm that type of person. I read energy. You know what I'm saying? I know if energy is genuine with me or it's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I fell back from that. So I don't really
So like
care
the energy and the vibe of the studio is really important to the
me.
craft.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
I'm driven off emotion from the moment we say, hey, that's going to determine how I'm finna be the rest of this time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like me and my engineer, like I said, we locked in now.
And I definitely think that's like different people I work with in the studio, like the vibe. Like there's sometimes it's like, oh, you're just here for you. You're not here for the music, or you're not here to create this song. And then some people you'll hop in the studio with, and y'all can freaking go all night long. Yeah. And then like I used to think like, and now I like to have a certain color light or something going to kind of help me get in the mood. But sometimes, like before I moved out of my last house in Fletcher, I was finding like my favorite spot to make music at my old house. I was remodeling a bathroom, and I was in this old bathroom, toilet, the sink, everything, the shower. We took everything out, and I was just in this old room, and it just had drywall mud all over the place. And I just hopped in there, and I made some of my favorite music I ever made in this little corner of a room. Yeah. And I was like, after that, I was like, I can make. It's just all about the vibe and the energy you bring into it.
Yeah, no, I feel you because like for sure, I had a friend. You know who Laz is, right?
Yeah. Laz Quinn, right?
Yeah.
I hit him up. He's gonna have to come hop on this podcast.
Definitely got to come through. But like for the longest time, he was the main person because, like I said, I always been in the closet with me.
He's still putting stuff out still.
Yeah. I've been telling him like he need to get back into it and everything. Shit, we only got one life to do it. But like, we'll go back to what I was saying. He's the one person, like how I've been saying I've been in the closet. He's that one person, like, bro, you different. You got to keep going. You got to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put it out there, Qual. Like, people really like it. He always been that person in my corner for that. So when you saying comfortability, when I first started going to, like, a real studio or anytime I'm finna go record, I wanted him there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I know he cares about my music. He going to make sure I sound good. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he know a little bit about the engineer and all that kind of stuff. So he going to look out and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was my comfort of breaking, like actually going to studio, actually learning the steps of how the studio work with the engineer and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was my comfort for a while, even breaking in that. Nowadays, that ain't the case. I'm in that bitch dolo for sure, or I'm in there with Shameful. Shout out Shameful.
Yeah, I've seen y'all been. He's been telling. He told me about your music when we did our podcast. But I see y'all been working a lot together.
Yeah,
y'all got some stuff coming out together, right?
Me and him done did a song. We probably gonna do a few more for sure.
Oh yeah.
We probably gonna do a few more.
I know Connor Cope. He I don't know if he listened to the podcast. You're gonna have to help me get onto him. But Connor and Dylan, they're both. When we get in the studio, I don't know. It's different, and I don't know. Me and Dylan can hop on any kind of song, and it just kind of. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I gotta hear
and it's fun, and then even performing together. That's been probably some of the most fun I've had on the stage.
For sure. Like
it's been
I
a while.
said, when I do the studio, it's really like I said, like.
We're back. I don't remember where we were, but we're somewhere. We were jamming out while the camera died. But yeah, learning experiences. So that's been I've learned a lot about video editing and video storage and battery life doing the podcast for sure. So how would you just no, we've talked about that a lot. So like we were just talking a little bit off camera, you experiment with do you experiment with any other genres, or?
Yeah, like I say, I actually got a video on my phone and stuff like that. Like I said, I go by Heartbroken King. You know what I'm saying? My music always been emotional. Like I said, my brothers, them, they not the emotional type at all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They want to hear the hard shit. Or like they don't just want to hear somebody them expressing about feelings, emotion. They don't like getting their feelings being sad. You know what I'm saying? So my pops was kind of like, he was like, yeah, Quan, it sound good, but it's like, you need to make something. His exact words like, the niggas could raise their hand, throw cash too, and the hoes can shake ass too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what you need to go. We're going to club. That's kind of like I say, my pops had money and stuff, but me and him never really got to take it there because he seen things different than I seen it. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me more to be on the club scene. When it comes to it, like now that I'm fully grown and shit like that, and I know life, and that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? That's not my character. I'm not a clubbing person at all.
I feel like whenever you try, like I've experimented with some songs, because a lot of my songs,
I got one. I got one who my homeboys, them, like, they love it. You know what I'm saying? They love it. Like, this a banger.
I actually, so I was performing a lot with EPiSODE Click, and I mean, we've done a lot of shows together, but our last show we did was at New Belgium Brewery. And a lot of my music, like when I'm in the studio, a lot of times I feel like it's a prayer. I'm trying to talk to God. I'm trying to find myself in that music. Like, honestly, it's my meditation, it's my prayer, and I find out a lot about myself in that. And so a lot of my music's kind of spiritually bound. Like, I'm fighting, like I'm always fighting my sin in the song, but I always try to defeat it and find God by the end of my song. Mm-hmm. And when you're at a brewery, that's not what people are wanting to hear so much. And let me fix that.
There you go. Yeah, it's back. My bad.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, at a brewery, it turns out on a Sunday afternoon, people don't really want to listen to you talk about God and your music. And so I have been asked now not to come back to that place because my music was too controversial. So shout out. And that actually made me pretty happy because it's like, if I'm going to be my authentic self and that's too controversial for you to listen to, then that means I'm being real to myself.
You can't change who you are, for sure.
So just keep making the music. Now, I do like to make more poppy songs, and I've been working on some stuff. So my next song, it's gonna be a fun summer vibe song I'm working on, because I am trying to expand myself other than just getting so deep in my head. I realize sometimes that's not because sometimes you just want to have that fun song driving down the road and jam out, or sitting on the beach just listening.
Yeah, that's what I want to make. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, be authentic, so I can't.
For sure. So you gotta find yourself in that vibe, because like everybody's going through different emotions and everything. So you can always find yourself in those happier, more bubbly kind of sounds.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like when I make music, like which I say, if you listen to my music, I got all kind of music. Just my newer music has been more like towards pop rap. You know what I'm saying? When you say like if you experience different genres, I actually got a song that recently came out. It's called Come Here. And that's a song I literally made. The only reason my own purpose of that song is like, all right, my papa talking about make a damn club song, fuck it. Let me try to make a damn club song. You know what I'm saying? It just so happened, like I said, my homeboys, all them rock with it, fuck with it. Never got to show my pops the song though. Because for one, I truly didn't have like, how can I say, I didn't have the courage to show him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a parent. You know what I'm saying? A parent going to be honest with you. Keep it raw as it can be. You know what I'm saying? True. Definitely my dad. He going to give it to me straight up, no sugarcoating. You know what I'm saying? So I really never got to show him, but he the whole reason I even did that song and shit like that. So
I know. So my last one that actually dropped today with ACG, we did a podcast a few weeks ago, and again, I do apologize. It took me a while to get that one edited. Work's been crazy, but during our podcast, he was talking about making sure you have a song for any type of show. Mm-hmm. And like if you're at a brewery on a Sunday afternoon, make sure you have music for a brewery on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. If you're in a club at midnight, make sure you have music, because it's always a different vibe no matter. Or if you're out in downtown Asheville in a festival, make sure you have music for that. And so that's one thing that opened my eyes up. And then obviously being asked not to perform anymore with them guys at that one place. was that was a little bit of an eye opener. Hey, you gotta make sure you got some fun, vibey songs if you're gonna keep performing, and then making sure you got clean songs. And then if you're at a club, you're gonna have more explicit lyrics. But like, make sure if you're at a family-friendly event, if you have a song for that, that gives you an edge on other artists because you can play your music anywhere if you have multiple styles and multiple.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, most of my music, like I say, even though it's like real authentic, it's gonna be emotion driven behind it and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really explicit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I might be saying something that goes in depth, but I don't really use explicit words and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
I about said I cuss naturally just talking than more than
yeah.
in my music for sure.
So what's your out of all your songs you wrote, what's your favorite song that you've released or kept in the closet with you?
My favorite, because every time I do a song, you know what I'm saying, once it's done, I cry them emotions out and go over it. It's like, all right, that song's good, but next one. You know what I'm saying? So right now I have to say probably that Vulnerable, what I just was showing you. That's probably my favorite. Before that, I got a song called Not a Hero. That was the song I did before that. That was my favorite. Before that, it was Life. You see what I'm saying? And I got a song called I'm Him as well. I'm going to put that out too, because what I've been doing is, before I push out all the music, my newer music, you know what I'm saying, it's going to sound better. I'm in a professional studio now and things like that. I'm pushing out my music that I've been doing in home studios, because like I said, it still sounds good as long as like that person's genuinely fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a few home studios I could have went here and this, but it's just like dealing with, hey bro, can I get that track? Can I mix it? You know what I'm saying? I need to send this so I can get mixed, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Not dealing with that. Professional, ain't got to worry about any of that. So I went more into that. So like, to answer your question, like I said, my last song, that's going to be my favorite.
Yep. I was listening to a Mac Miller interview, and they asked him what's his favorite song he's put out, and he's like, the one I'm working on or the one I just made.
Really?
And that's kind of me. I love, I hate myself sometimes because I need to leave my music in the computer so I don't listen to it 4,000 times. But as soon as I get something done, I'm bad to export it straight to my phone. And then as I'm going to bed that night, I'll listen to it 10 times. I wake up, hop in the truck, and I'll play it 4,000 times.
That's what I'm doing right now as we speak. You know, so I'm getting it all out because like, once it's actually out there, it ain't like it's really on me no more because I already got that full emotion. I'm on to the next.
Yep. And I think it's important to keep going to that next song. And I love looking back at the old stuff I've made to now and just seeing the progression throughout.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Like, you done got better. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to my old stuff, like I said, I didn't yet perfect my craft and all that, but I always been somebody who's talking about something in depth, you know what I'm saying? All my music, ain't none of it just like some meaningless shit. All my music is like, I'm saying something because I'm talking about my life, you know what I'm saying? Everything about it. I'm putting it in my music.
So what's kind of, what's your plan this year with you? You got any album? Are you working on albums or you want to stick to singles?
Singles. I'm only doing singles until, you know what I'm saying, one of them catch that spark, and once it catch that spark, like I said, I do this. It ain't like something I got to try to do, you know what I'm saying? I might not be able to do it on spot when you tell me, but it's going to come to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is like the beat, and that's going to come. So I know, like, I can write and do music for the rest of the times I'm on this earth, you know what I'm saying? That ain't a problem with me. So an album, I'm not worried about. My life is real. Definitely, you give me a buzz, that's going to give me more to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Because my life is real. It's not a facade on it. So right now, like I said, I got a lot of singles that I just haven't, you know what I'm saying?
What's your release schedule right now? Do you have like stuff kind of ready to go right now, or you still?
I mean, like, I be listening to something, I'm like, all right, I need to get more out there. I get this. Or if I'm showing like a reel or something and people like, bro, I like this. I'm like, all right, maybe I need to go ahead and get this out while they got their attention.
One thing I've heard about, like, so I've kind of made this rule, and there's no rules in music or artistry, but in my own head I've made this rule, is I won't put a reel out with a song unreleased, because if people love that reel, then they're going to go try to find that. And you don't know if that's the first time and the only time they'll ever see that reel. And if they go click on your page and your song's not out yet, then they're going to scroll to the next reel. Yeah. And so, like, because I used to do that a lot. Not saying anyone else has to do that.
No, but like, well, my thing is just that one, because like I said, I truly believe I'm different. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody hear me, they'll know it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, if you like this song, you like this sound, and you see like, oh wait, he done did this this year. Let me click on this and see how this sound. You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is give me one listen.
Oh yeah.
For sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you generally like music and you genuinely care about music, and you know what I'm saying? Because some people listen to music to get over a bad day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
On
like,
a long ride home, it'd be fun.
yeah, breakups, like you said, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Post Malone back in the day, I was jamming him every day.
Yeah, so shit, that's just what it be, bro.
So are you trying to go viral with it, or are you wanting to be?
Like, I want to make a living off of it, bro. I don't care for fame. I never cared for fame. I'm not, like, if you know me personally, I'm not somebody who like being around in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, when I performed, that's something I
It's
actually
just
liked. You know, so I had to go tell mama that, like, Mom, I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was different.
Have you performed around the area any?
In Nashville.
Yeah, they're starting to get a scene there, especially at Gang Beef. They're putting on a lot out there.
Yeah,
I wish there was more around Hendersonville. We tried to go to an open mic the other day, and so me, Victor, and Chano CG, we were all going. I don't remember the name of it, but we walked in there, and it's literally these old guys just playing a guitar in the whole crowd. It definitely wasn't the right crowd to put hip hop or pop on, so we just kind of hung out for about 30 minutes.
But you might be amazed though, because listen, I had a mechanic. A mechanic dude just fixed my window, and you know, I just, like I said, I've been more open. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I know I'm different, so I just feel like all I gotta do is get you to listen. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't, you might not be like, hey, let me get that song, but if you just enough to be like, that's a good song. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. So it's like, damn, I hope I didn't knock that off.
Oh,
again.
no, you're good. You're good.
But like I was saying, I just asked him, I said, you like music? He's like, yeah. I was like, are you really into music? And I just say, let me show you something I just did. And he heard it. He's like, damn, man. Yeah, that sounds real good. That's a damn good song. And he was like, you say you don't write? I said, I don't write. And he was like, damn, that's talent. And he was like, yeah. I was like, I just started putting myself out there. He was like, good, you should, and you need to push it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about somebody damn near who really, me and him probably don't listen to nowhere, or if we do, you wouldn't just think so. You know what I'm saying? This is an older guy. He probably like 40, 50. I'm just trying to get his opinion on it.
I know Dylan and Connor, y'all were in Tennessee, right? And y'all were at like more of a country kind of bar.
Yeah, it's called the Big Orange. And it's just
Big Orange?
Yeah, it's just a country bar out in the middle of nowhere, dude.
Yeah.
And they were playing all country music first, and then y'all went and put your rap on, and they were digging it and kept asking y'all to play.
Oh yeah, we basically.
Yeah, see, that's why I say you
So
just
never
never know.
I don't know. We should have tried to go. It was.
Yeah, you just
I didn't
never
feel like
know.
the
You know
crowd
what I'm
was right,
saying?
no
Like,
way.
I need to find that spot because I'm, like I said, I'm truly trying to put myself out there more. You know
I would love to do one really good country song. Every time I've attempted it, it's I've tried it. It just has. I haven't found the right one yet. But I'd love to have some kind of
I would
country.
say I never tried it.
but-
I'm pretty sure
but,
it'll come somewhere.
But even like Big X the Plug, he's got some country songs out there.
Yeah, Big X the Plug like that.
I love his music.
Yeah, he doing his thing.
And then like Post Malone, Post Malone's got to be one of the most talented artists I've ever heard. Like just his top seller in every like rap, pop.
Truth be told, I never
country.
really listened to Post Malone besides White Iverson.
Yeah.
Like, truth be told, but I know he got a crazy following and a lot of people
And
listen to him.
he's stayed in the. I mean, he came out in 2016, so almost 10 years, and he's still anything he drops is at the top.
Yeah.
And like you have like Drake does that. If Kendrick drops something, J. Cole drops something, Post Malone, but a lot of those other guys, they lose their steam. So like
You know who I've been getting into more? MGK.
MGK.
Yeah.
I was.
I've
into
been
him.
rocking with him lately.
More of his punk stuff.
Yeah, I've been really rocking with that lately.
And then I know G-Eazy a few years ago tried to, I don't know what kind of genre it was. It was not rap. It was like EDM punk kind of stuff. But yeah, I think it's cool to. And again, I love Mac Miller. I got him represented on the picture.
That's
over
crazy too, because I never
But
really
he
even
was-
listened to Mac Miller.
But
But
he
I
would
heard how much
always
he inspired people.
like I've watched a lot of his interviews, and he would talk about like just don't be scared to hop on any kind of track, even if you never put it out. Just if that night you're feeling doing some kind of blues music, or if you're feeling like doing some pop, or like expand your artistry, because even if you don't put that out, you might be able to put that in your other song, like some melodies or find something. And they said he couldn't sing, and then he dropped the Feminine Divine, and I mean, honestly, when the Feminine Divine came out, I didn't listen to it a whole lot. And then later on in life, it spoke to me way different, and now that's one of my favorite albums he's put out. But
It's a few legends I
Oh, yeah.
really like didn't truly pay attention to their artistry at all, like at all. Like Mac Miller, you know what I'm saying? Juice WRLD, he's another one. Like
Yeah.
I have these lucid dreams, that song Robbery with Youngboy and All Legends Die and stuff like that. Yeah, but like I didn't really like follow them like that. Like I didn't really know how many people really like them and many people that I was surrounded around.
And it's crazy. As soon as like an artist like that dies, then their sales go skyrocketing.
Yeah,
And
everybody love them.
and like now you can't find, like I wish whenever I was young and Mac Miller was first coming out, I had a Mac Miller poster.
Rest in
It was
peace
his
to
thumbs
legends.
up poster, and I think I ended up, it got ripped or something. I threw it away, but I wish I still had that, because now that poster, that was one of the originals, and I think it's worth a lot more than what I paid for it.
Damn.
But
Oh, so you was like a fan for?
oh, I've been a Mac Miller fan since he first came out. Really, he was one of the first. So when I was in college for the brief stint of 3 or 6 months that I went to college, I went to a school in Hickory, Catawba Valley Community College down there, and I would drive back and forth home, and I had a Wiz Khalifa CD, I had a Dr. Dre CD, I had a Mac Miller CD, and a couple Eminem CDs, and that was before, like, I didn't have an aux cord, and phones weren't like they are now, and so I'd just be bumping either Mac Miller or Blue Slide Park or Wiz Khalifa, Rolling Papers, or Dr. Dre, The Chronic. Like, that's all I listened to on repeat. So, and then I remember I used to go to bed to because Mac Miller, the Blue Slide Park, is a really chill album, and so like to go to sleep, I would just put that on and just fall asleep almost every night back then.
Damn.
So, and that, and
I
then
I fell asleep to a lot of artists too, because like I said, I just like music.
mm-hmm.
But it ain't never really been like one. I like Gates a lot too at a point in time.
Oh yeah, Kevin Gates.
Yeah,
He
like
he
Gates
started
a lot.
putting out some stuff now, especially the era. I don't, what's the album
I
called?
like that
The
Satellites. Never
Oh yeah,
really
when he
made
first came
long-
out,
yeah.
dude, that was.
That had me in
Yeah.
a chokehold.
And I remember Rich Homie Quan when he came out with, gosh, why is it slipping?
Rich Homie,
Type of Way. That
yeah.
song was like every time I go to the beach. The first time I ever heard that song was in 2013. Me and my friend, we went down to the beach, and that song had just came out, and we were jamming it the whole weekend. So every time I just got back from the beach, and so like the whole time I was at the beach this year, I have to play that song at least 5 times. And then like my favorite song, it was a really emotional song. I don't even think he put it out on like Apple, and it was just like one of his songs he put on YouTube. But I think it's called Daddy or something like that.
Yeah.
But that song just like, he was talking about his dad getting shot and all this stuff, and it's like, I don't know what it was about that song, but the emotion, the beat selection, and everything he had in that
Made me
song.
cry.
That you've heard that one?
No, it sounded like
But-
something that made me cry.
But
though.
it's nothing but raw emotion in the whole song. I loved it, and I'd play that song. I was in a great mood, but I'd be playing that song all the time in the gym or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah. So.
Nah, he had a song that he just came out with after his passing that I was stuck on. Let me see. That you should hear that if you rock with Rich Homie Quan, if you was on his music like that. I'm trying to figure out what it was called real quick. It's one of his newer songs. My service so garbage in.
I have Wi-Fi, but the password's in there.
See, maybe that'll load up. Maybe it won't. But yeah.
So what's the message you really want to, like, what are you wanting people to, like, I know you're trying to be authentic and real with your music, but what are you wanting people to really get from
You know what I'm
from
saying?
the
Like I
music?
said, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not the only one who goes through it, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's silent about it.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's like everybody knows life's a bitch, but even like when we younger, our parents not driving that in our head. You know what I'm saying? Like your grandparents not going to just sit here and push you on this or this and tell you this, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, death's going to happen, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to always be here, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to do this, not everything going to be easy and things like that. They're not giving you the whole breakdown, you know what I'm saying? People get sick, damn, life events happen, car crashes, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. That's kind of something we just got to figure out for ourselves. And my thing is, I just want everybody to know, you know what I'm saying, they can get through it too, because if I'm able to get past it like how I'm putting in my music, I'm not going to necessarily say I'm past any of it, truly, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting over it, getting through it, you know what I'm saying, dealing with it every day. And if it's okay, if you got to deal with it every day. That's what I want my music to represent, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to be you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no matter what I do, like I said, I put real emotion and real life times inside of my music. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you might not be able to relate to me exactly of what I'm saying, but you're going to relate in some way. You know what I'm saying? In some way, you're going to be able to relate to this.
And actually, this book right here, The Creative Act by Rick Rubin, I think it's the third one right here. But that book helped me a lot, like on the creative act and saying like the music isn't, like even though you're the one creating the music, you're not the one interpreting the music except to yourself. Yeah. So when you put a piece of art like that out there, you might be talking about the sunshine and talking about how you love the sunshine. Yeah. But then someone else that you have no idea that even listens to your music might hear that lyric and it speaks to them and reminds them of their mom or their dad or their, like, you don't know what. And so that's why I like to use a lot of metaphors and not get too I don't know, sometimes I get very description oriented in my music, but a lot of times I'll throw like metaphors out there. That way you can interpret it how you want to interpret it, and I'm still expressing what I'm wanting to say. Yeah,
all my songs, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm talking about something, I'm being positive. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm talking about the worst shit in it, you know what I'm saying? There's a positive message in it because I'm just saying at the end of the day, like, we can win, we can beat it. And I can win, I can beat it.
I think it's important, which I learned this from like going to church and talking to a lot of different preachers, not trying to get preachy on here or nothing, but like I know like when you hear like a good sermon or something, they always say like you can preach any book of the Bible you want to go down, but by the time you get done with your message, it should always point back to Jesus at the end of it. Yeah. So in my music, so I've took that same kind of philosophy in my music. No matter how deep, dark it gets in the first, second verse, that third verse, I always find myself like, hey, I might be ready to pull the trigger or jump off a cliff or something, but that last verse, I am going to make sure that I click myself out of that thought, because then again, I might be having a really bad day at work or just a bad week or month or year, and if I can, again, I like to make music for myself to listen to later on, and I know like, hey, this song, I know I talk about how I'm feeling right now. I've made a lot of songs I'll never put out that are very, very dark, but like I try not to ever leave a song where I stay there. I always find myself climbing back up that mountain. Yeah. Even if I don't make it to the top of in the song, I always try to start trying to get my way back up there. Go back around it. And my new album I'm working on, I don't know when it's going to come out. I got about 7-8 songs ready, but I want it to be, I'm really trying to perfect the craft of making a whole album that it's not going to have a hit on it. You might only listen to it one time, but whenever you listen to it, from start to the end, I want it to be one full story with 12 to 15 songs on it. And so like I'm kind of just going in the circle, like I just want it to be like a full circle of ups and downs and back and forth. So it's like starting out kind of positive, but then I'm kind of falling, and then at the bottom of kind of like a clock from 12 to 6, like then you're at your lowest, ready to quit. Yeah. And then it starts pulling back up, and then it kind of goes back into the positive vibes here. But I'm trying to get us. And it's been hard to try to write some of the songs because I'm trying not to bring myself out of it, and I'm trying to end the song so it can go into the next one and even get darker. And I'm wanting to get as dark as I've ever gotten in some music at the bottom of the album or in the middle of the album, but then give just a glimpse of hope and then start having it rise back up to the top.
I never really done truly worked on the album besides my my first.
Sorry, that was me that time.
Besides my Is it back? Yeah,
there we go.
But I never really done truly worked on an album besides my first one. It's Heart Spilled.
Is that one already out?
Yeah, that's out. That's what I did.
Real quick, how can people find your music?
On Apple and Spotify, H.B.K, H, capital H, a dot, a capital B, a dot, and a capital K.
So there's a period in between.
Yes.
I'll make sure to.
I did it kind of like Biggie.
So I was trying to look, so I had to keep going back to your page, but I didn't realize you had the periods on there.
Yeah, B.I.G., I did it kind of like how his shit was.
Cool.
H.B.K. for sure. And like I said, I've been going by that for so long to it's like, that's me, you know what I'm saying? That's truly who I am, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's all authentic. Like at first I was like, because I used to go by Ty Baby. If you go on my SoundCloud, that was my shit, Ty Baby. For the longest time, my shit was Ty Baby. And then like, I said, once I started realizing life and like, okay, I'm actually do the music thing, which still wasn't doing it, was in the closet. I say, okay, it's going to be Heartbroken King. You know what I'm saying? I done dealt with so much heartache, shit, heartbreak. It's going to be Heartbroken King.
Heck yeah. Well, we're gonna kind of go to a fun deep cut segment of the show.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of rapid fire if you want to go for that, and just
I'll
whatever
try it.
first thing kind of pops in. I don't know. I haven't tried this before, so we're all gonna go through it together.
All right, let's try it.
So first question is, what is a bar that you wish you would have wrote?
A bar?
Yeah, like a lyric you would have wrote.
I don't have
Okay.
any.
You don't have any. Who is your dream collab lineup? Top 5.
Dream collab? I don't have any.
If rap didn't exist, what would you be doing?
The wrong shit.
What's your guilty pleasure song?
What's my guilty pleasure?
Your guilty pleasure song to go listen to? Is there a Miley Cyrus song out there?
It's that dang. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Who's singing that?
Hypothetically, of course, by who is that by? Hold on.
While you're looking that up, mine would definitely be Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
Okay, by Life Jennings,
Oh, that-
hypothetically.
Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Who would play my role?
What actor you would want to play your role in life?
I'm not really sure of that because, for one, I ain't really done watching like been into the movies in like a long ass time. So all the actors I know is like older, and none of them fit my life.
Yeah. What would the title of the movie of your life be so far?
Broken.
If you could have dinner with any rapper, dead or alive, who would you go?
Dead or alive?
Yeah.
At this
Who
point,
do you want to just sit down with, have a conversation, and eat some dinner with?
I'm gonna be honest, truly none of them. But like, if I had to truly pick, it'd probably just be Juice WRLD, because some people compared my music to him, and I'll just ask him, bro, like, do you think me and you have truly similarities? Or do you fuck with my music?
What's something you would tell your younger self?
Shit, life is real. Stop playing. It's not a game. Get more serious. All the parties I was doing and shit like that, I could have been making money. Could have been focused on this right now. Should have been started. I was worried about all the wrong things.
I know I had a girlfriend way back in the day that helped me change my mindset.
Yeah,
And
them
she would-
hoes don't really love you.
Well, yeah, but she did have one really good thing to say, and it's like you got to start somewhere, and you just got to believe in yourself, and that still rings in my head. Like, hey, no matter where you're at, you got to start here, but this is your starting point, and just keep moving up. That's always been.
Yeah,
a
ain't
good
nobody gonna
thought
believe
my
in you
head.
like you.
What is your craziest studio story?
My craziest studio story. Shit. Getting lied to, thinking millions coming through that bitch.
And what is your what is your craziest fan experience so far? What's been like the craziest crowd or anything like that?
I mean, craziest fan experience.
Or just like the one that stood out the most?
I mean, I was in Nashville when I did go perform in Nashville. I can't remember bro's name. I apologize. But he came up to me after hearing my song Understand Me. You should hear that. And he was like, damn, bro, I appreciate it. Thank you. Like, your music just helped me so much. And, like, I've been dealing with so much. And I can see it in his eyes, you know what I'm saying, that he wasn't just talking. Like, he really been dealing with agony and pain and shit.
All right, that is our 10 questions of the rapid fire fun and deep cuts. So we'll kind of get to the last part of this because I got to get home to the babies soon.
Yes, sir.
But let me see where I want to go with.
Oh, yeah. And before, like, you ask me anything else, I want to tell you, I think the memory thing comes in, like, with me not being able to write and just remember it and store it.
Mm-hmm.
When I first had graduated, I worked at Carolina Village. I'm not sure if you know where that is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I worked there as a, not a busboy. I was the server. And they used to tell us to write down, like, what they want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner because we have so many different entrees for them. And I never wrote anything down. And I could take a table of 15 and remember everyone's dessert, everyone's drink, everyone's entree.
I've never understood how people could do that.
And they literally
not
used to be
taking any-
so
I have to-
amazed. Like, they picking me just so everybody else can see this. Like, he's not writing it down and he's remembering it. That got to be where that come from. You know what I'm saying?
I've always, like, especially when these people got these complicated orders and they're like,
Yeah.
And then they come back out with everything.
Because
Like,
they used to get mad. They
that's
used to be like,
crazy.
so you're not going to write anything down? It's like, no, I don't need to. I ask like one more question. You want this, right? And you said this? Okay, I got it.
So after
Just
this
have a
interview,
good
I know you got some new music coming out.
Definitely.
So what's next for you after this interview? Like what you got on the plate for the
as
next
of
3
now,
months?
I'm working on a video, me and Shameful, so that's gonna be coming. Me and
What's
bro
the
working on a video.
what's the name of that song? So we can look up?
Understand Me?
Understand Me.
That's my.
That's coming out soon.
I feel like more than anything, that's the introduction to who I am. You know what I'm saying? As far as any song I done did so far, that's my main introduction.
And Rick, one thing I wanted to ask you, I noticed like when I was looking at your Spotify, like you're getting a lot of different people listening to your music. How are you getting those views, and how are you getting your like people to come and play your songs?
I'm being honest, bro. I'm really investing into myself with it, and then I'm just posting it. And like I'm starting to realize, the more I've been posting reels, like,
They just keep.
you know, I'm getting more support here than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I first started doing it, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you see me, but I'm not used to posting. I'm not somebody who posts, so it's already new. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, okay, let me click and see what he got going on. Oh, shit, this what he got going on? And it's like, all right. And then I keep putting it in your face, like I'm constantly got it in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
constantly listening to it.
know. I know. Like every time I've gotten on Facebook lately, it's
It's gonna be
popping up
there.
and there's a
Yeah.
new reel and a new reel, and I think that's really important. Like at least trying to put 5 to 7 pieces out a week, which I haven't gotten there yet. I need to do way better on.
And like I said, people
But-
been telling me, like, messing, like, I love this. Like, what's this song
Like every day,
called?
like what's next?
Where can I find this?
Find that
yeah.
next scene. But no, man, I've had a really good time talking with you tonight. One more time, can you tell the people who you are, where they can find your music, where they can find you on social media?
I go by H.B.K, H.B.K, and that's stands for Heartbroken King. And you can find all my music on Spotify and Apple.
You got anything on YouTube?
Yeah, I got a song on YouTube, but it's older, you know what I'm saying? But you still can tune in to that. But it's called Broken, under the same name.
And then social medias?
Social media is all I am HBK, H.B.K.
That's Instagram?
Instagram, TikTok, all that.
All right, bet. Well, I do appreciate you coming on the show. And thanks for tuning in to the iMAXX podcast.
Yes, sir.
The iMAXX Podcast.